All right, what's going on? Happy Monday. Exciting day. First placing boom pour out here on this this site here. I've had a few previous videos. Originally this job wasn't gonna have a placing boom. Now it does have a placing boom. First day pumping into the placing boom. Just getting all set up here. We'll take a little tour around. And we did bring the drone today, so we're gonna get some nice drone footage too. But yeah, I got the 39 meter, the 13 HPD pump kit plugged in. We're only on like the fourth floor right now, so it's pretty low. This will be an easy push. Don't want to jinx anything, but I like your oil. Good job, sir. Is that form oil?
Yeah.
Form oil today. There, look at that.
Day before, and then in the morning.
There's a clean hopper. Spray it the day before so it saturates. Hit it once in the morning before the pour. Good man for an easy washout. So here's our pipeline. There's Mike. Mike's currently going viral on TikTok. 250,000 views. Sucking back sponge, water sponge. Everybody wants to know why he's not water washing. He's doing it wrong.
Maybe I can retire so I can get my back some.
Oh yeah, Mike had a bit of a rough day there where we had all that line out on that same pour. That was last Saturday's video. I think he was my age. Sheesh. Anyhow, so here's the pipeline. Gas powered hydraulic power pack for shifting the valve over. And then we just use the hydraulics on the pump as a backup. The pump does have provisions for running that as well. So usually on most of our sites we'll keep a gas powered unit like this on hand also. There's the clean out line, goes all the way back to the bin over there. Got a prime port, we'll throw some bentonite in so when we switch the valve over, we prime that line on the clean out. If you don't have that, very bad things can happen. The pipeline is pretty straightforward here. For those that don't know, all this valve does is just a blade valve. With an S valve, it shifts over, diverts the concrete flow from this pipeline to that pipeline. Used for when we switch over to clean out the system. Come through the lobby here. This is an Alliance self-climbing placing boom setup. Just goes down into that next floor and up she goes. It's another look at our clean out line. Valve switches over. Concrete comes through about 60 feet of pipe here. We'll put a hard elbow on. It's sitting right there. Divert it into the bin and poly over it. Just leave the poly loose enough that when the sponge comes through, the air can still escape. You don't want it to be tight. You need that air to have a place to vent. So when the buildings get up higher, when they get up to like 20 plus floors, you got a super heavy lid made out of gang form or gang panel that we drop on there. It's got lots of weight to it. But for the first few floors here, just the poly is completely sufficient. This pump coming off the back end has the optional high pressure outlet. So all we do is swing that gate open and then put the 5-inch elbow right on the outlet here. It's a little bit more cumbersome for doing regular boom work than a standard swing gate with the wedge clamps and pins, or wedge and holder I should say, but it's much more robust for plugging into stuff like this. To see in previous videos, we've gone 50 stories off the back end like that. You got there, you're mixing your potions. Show us the product. Show me the bag. Product placement. So these guys, Fritz Pack, sent me some of their mini delay. They're the smaller quantity size packages of that same stuff, which are absolutely awesome for cycling through the hopper if you got to wait on a load or wait on a balance or travel dirty to another job, which we often do.
What is this for?
So that stuff you're going to throw in when you get down to the last little bit in the pump, right?
No.
No? What's it for?
We're gonna fill up the grout in these two buckets. I have added delay in both of them.
Yeah.
So that it doesn't set up till the end of the pour. We're gonna put the same grout in there.
You're gonna save the grout with the delay. See, I haven't been around when we've done that before. Usually we just use bentonite. So, okay, so you're gonna catch the first bit of grout out of the mixer, throw it in the bucket with the delay. The delay will keep the grout from setting.
Because we have like 5 pipes.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, save us from mixing bentonite. The grout arguably primes the line better than bentonite. It's pretty smart. I never done it that way. I always just use 25 cents worth of bentonite, but if it works, why not? I thought what you were gonna say, what you do with that is throw it in when you get down to the last couple hoppers full of concrete, so that we get it at least halfway into the pipeline, and when we go to blow out, if there's any hiccups or anything that slows us down, at least half the pipeline is full of delayed concrete. I think we do that too. That's typically what we do. Something new every day. The young kid just taught me something new. Always open to learning. I swear the older I get, the longer I've been doing this, the more I need to listen to some of the ideas from these young guys. They tend to think outside the box. All right, grout has arrived. What we're gonna try and do, I'm gonna try and get the drone hovering over the hopper, get the grout going into the pump, and then get the drone up to the discharge end of the hose in time to catch the grout coming out. Now, given my lack of drone experience and novice flying skills, it will be a challenge to see if I can get it from here to there to capture the footage without running it into that, or that. We'll do our best here anyhow.
Love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no, I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up, it's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me. Better believe in your mind, cause it's everything. You can mold, shape, find almost anything. All it takes is some time and some clarity to find your identity. It's mind over everything. And when I feel like this, I'm immortal.
Good news, I think we got the footage. Woohoo! We are primed through. All right, just like that, we are pumping. Let's go up onto to deck level here, and we'll see what's going on. All right, so here we are up on the deck. So we're pouring this stack. I think it's about 160 cubic meters. It's not very thick, not a ton of volume. And then I'm gonna pour the decks here on the neighboring building, and the orientation, I think this comes up a couple more floors, and then it turns into just a tower on the one side, I believe. The one kind of annoying thing is the way that just the way things worked out. The dead spot where the boom hits the end of its 360 degrees rotation is like right in the middle. So when we do this side, it's going to be a bit of a PIA, but I think there's only a couple slabs going in there, and then the rest of the deck, I don't think it would really matter where we had that dead spot. It's going to we're gonna have to deal with it at some point in the throughout the duration of the pour regardless. So, and that first bit of grout they caught in the bucket, they take it back down and drop it in the bin. We've had jobs before where they've tried to skim the grout in the deck, and it's led to issues when they peel the decks afterwards. The surface is kind of scabby and inconsistent. So anyhow, so we do not do that. The grout does not go in the slab. Go, here's the money shot. So put the pour brake in here, pour around in a counterclockwise fashion, and land right here at the pour brake. It's a beautiful mix, lots of round rock in it. Money shot. I think I just got dirty. Beautiful. So yeah, like I said, about 160 cubic meters here. We're just kind of cruising along. They're not even getting any pipe slap right now. Which is pretty unusual for the placing boom. Yeah, this boom, I think we've been working with this thing for 10 years now. The forming contractor whom we work closely with, they actually own it. We just pump into it for them, and give it a little hand every now and again as far as the setup for the line and whatnot. That's an Alliance boom. I think it's like a 2012 model. It's actually been really good. And I shouldn't say actually, it's not a surprise, but it's been a really good unit. This is probably the, I don't know, 6th job we've used it on. Never any issues. Simple, solid, reliable. So while we're up top here, I might grab a little bit of drone footage before we head back down. we got a little bit of pipe slapping action. Listen for it, listen for it, listen for it. Here it comes. That's what we're after. But yeah, so 160 cubic meters. The idea with the placing boom here is to try and get these slabs poured out in right around 4 hours, quicker if possible, which is at least a couple hours savings over using the crane. And while we're pouring, the crane can keep busy, moving steel around, keep building. So it just helps accelerate the schedule here. And at the end of the project, I think having a placing boom, don't quote me on this, but it probably shaves 6 weeks, probably 6 weeks off the schedule, maybe more. I'm just kind of spitballing, throwing numbers out, but it does save a significant amount of time. And time is money. The quicker you can get occupancy in these towers, the better it is for everybody. So yeah, as we go up the tower, I imagine there will eventually be a thrust block placed right here to take the load of the vertical run. Right now, because we're only going up about 4 floors, 3 or 4 floors, it's not needed. So you'll see this stuff, contrary to the material we poured in my video from last Saturday. Maybe I'll rinse this out so it's a little better, but there's a good bit of round stone in here. So you got, it's not all crushed material. There's some crushed, but there's some roundy rounds in there too, which makes a big difference for pumpability. Yes, fresh concrete can cause burns. Knock on wood, I've never been susceptible to concrete burns, but yeah. Don't do as I do, do as I say, right? Something like that. What do you think? What's the pressure at?
23 bar.
How many meters an hour? I can't see from here. Yeah, so we're just pumping slow here today. It's a busy day in town, so supply's not going to be super fantastic. So we just pump as fast as we need to. Here's another power pack for that diversion valve. This one's 220 volt electric. We have the gas powered one here. I'm not sure why we have this one on. Maybe they bought both. Brought both. Man, oh man, I'm losing it. Brought both. Say that 3 times real fast. Is that just me or is that really hard to say? Brought both. There we go. Got it. Brought both of these things so they could decide which one they wanted to use eventually. So it's like somebody had a little bit of a drippy from their elbow when they folded up. He'll get on that, I'm sure. Jag is very clean with this pump. He does a really good job. So I'm sure it's on his list. No need to give him a hard time. He's good about keeping things clean on his own. For those of you with S-tube style pumps, see the nut retainer on this? How it wraps around the nut? still have the one that's just flat, they can eventually round out and that nut come back off on you. You definitely want the fork style one like we've got here. And I'll see if I can get a part number for that and insert a photo of it. But yeah, Putzmiester sells this style, and they're definitely worth the upgrade. It'll save you a lot of headache at some point. Anyhow, just a little shorty today. I'm actually taking off on vacation at the end of the afternoon here for a week. So this will probably be my Saturday video. When you see this, I will be off in the country enjoying myself, far away from concrete and or concrete pumping equipment. Not to say I might not find a local ready-mix truck and follow it to a job site or something while I'm away. Never done that before, right? Anyhow, I like to hang out and catch the blowdown, but gotta run. We'll get that on a future pour anyhow. So yeah, very first placing boom pour on this job. Just got this thing installed. So far so good. And yeah, she's going up 30-ish floors. And hopefully next week when Jeff Tucker from Muddy Feet comes up to visit, hopefully we'll have a pour here and we can get him out to check out the placing booms. I know that's one of the things he really wants to see when he's up here. I think it'd be a good time to get him out and climb around this one. So anyhow, till next time, keep on pumping. So they got the new hand motion, keep on pumping. Yeah, till next time, keep on pumping. Over and out.